I am an undergraduate environmental science student at UCR, and I'm going to talk today about a study that I did in the Asi River in Varanasi, India, where I studied plastic flux through the river, as well as discuss a model that we developed in-house and how both of these pieces of data are going to compare to existing models. Now on to the motivation of this study. So the Ganges River Basin is quoted as being responsible for 1/16 of the global ocean plastic input, which equates to 500,000 metric tons every year. So the dumping in the tributaries is believed to be one of the main mechanisms for how trash and plastic are able to enter the Ganges. One of these tributaries is the Asi River that I'm studying in this case. And as you may know, plastic is a rising concern globally. Large plastics are known to harm animals and wildlife through ingestment and entanglement, and microplastics that are degraded from these larger plastics can have a multitude of effects to human health and ecosystem health and aren't yet well understood, but we do know that there is a wide range of potential effects. So now I will move on to discussing our study. So the first part of the study is to measure the river. So we want to understand how much water is moving through the river at any given time. And since this varies constantly, we need to know the exact flow of the river at the time that we are doing the rest of our data collection, which is the next part of the study. So we will be collecting trash that we can then take as a sample and look at the types of trash that we found, the sizes, etc. And then putting these two bits of information together, we're able to get a very useful number, which is how much trash is flowing through the river at any given time. You can use this on small scales, like hours to days, or you can extrapolate it up to possible years. So this is how we found the data of what was actually flowing through the river in India. So now moving on to our model. So we developed a small-scale economic model. What this entails is finding the litter concentration that's estimated through local waste management organizations. Essentially what this tells us is how much trash each citizen is producing daily, what types of trash that includes, so what percentage they believe to be plastic, what percentage they believe to be, say, aluminum cans, and then also the amount of that is being picked up by these waste management entities. The next step is a demographic study. So as I said, the litter concentration data is per person, so the demographic study will help us find the population density and how many people we believe are living in the river catchment of the Asi, which theoretically are the only people that should be inputting trash into the ecosystem. Putting these two bits of information together, we are able to use this data to predict how much plastic we believe should be exiting the Asi River into the Ganges every single year. So next, I'm going to compare the models with the data that we found. Existing models tend to focus on river catchments that are large and near the coast. The Asi River is small and inland, so it makes sense that the existing models projected a number that wasn't very accurate for our specific region. They projected 22,000 tons of plastic exiting the Asi every year. Our model found 2,100 tons per year should be exiting, and our study data found 760 tons per year of plastic that should be exiting. While our study data is a good bit closer to the smaller model that we developed rather than existing models, it could be improved if the study was over a longer period of time because we were only able to collect data during summer months. So why do we care? The Ganges River is culturally significant locally and globally. Developing more accurate models will provide environmental data that is a lot less labor-intensive than field methods that will inform better policy and therefore lead to better environmental quality. Lastly, I would just like to extend a huge thank you to all of the sponsors listed here for making this competition possible. If you have any questions, my contact information is below.